Y'all, it has been a crazy week, crazy year. But seeing people talk about pray for New York, they made a bad choice because Mamdani won. Because they blame basically him and his lineage for 9/11. They say, remember 9/11. You know who his opponent was? The person who got the second most votes? It was Cuomo. And you know what's wrong with Cuomo? He has at least 13 women, a baker's dozen of people who have accused him of physical impropriety. Because, you know, we gotta watch the alligators on these platforms. And still, that man had almost as many as the man who said, we need affordable housing. And y'all over here, we gotta pray for New York because they have a Muslim mayor. And I can tell who has never studied religion, who never looked at other religions than the ones they were fed since they were children. The Muslim religion, the Quran, is a more peaceful spiritual book than the Old Testament of the Bible. Did y'all know that? The Bible is all about kill and smite and doing things to 13-year-old girls and so on and so forth. And one of the men we upheld sent this woman's husband to the front lines to die because he could not contain his sin stick in his own britches and therefore impregnated her. You have someone who slept with his, some kind of incest, I don't remember. You got all kinds of stuff in the Old Testament that were violent. And then when I think about it, like people point to 9/11, and I point to the Crusades, the Spanish Inquisition, the founding of America, missionary schools for indigenous people. We could tell how many people don't know that America is the villain in so many other people's stories. And it's done in the name of a religion that was used to beat submission into the majority of this world by the minority of this world. I mean, did you know the domestic terrorist group, the Ku Klux Klan, burned crosses on people's yards? Crosses. Burned them. The instrument of torture for Jesus became the symbolic instrument of torture for people who were born free and were taught they weren't because of the color of their skin. But y'all talking about pray for New York because they voted for Mamdani? So at this point, we're never getting out of fascism, huh? Racism, xenophobia, sexism, classism, we're never getting out of fascism, huh? You're so busy waiting for somebody to save you, you can't even be saved yourself. And I'm a God's girl. Sometimes y'all just leave me speechless. You have more fire for your hatred than you do for your own protection. Almost voted in a man who rivals the grossness of the man in office that some of you have been complaining about, though some of you have been congratulating. I'm beginning to think all of this is really what you wanted. And it might be good for you to get it, as long as the people who don't want to participate in it get a stipend and a package to leave. The stuff y'all do in God's name is gross. Ain't gonna be no rapture be, because heaven will be pretty empty if God was to come back now. Y'all better hope he don't dial that phone until well after you're gone.